Community move today is 1h3. That is what we're gonna do. Normally I play something like c4. I feel like going g4 this time. Knight f6 is just so provocative that you gotta try and punish. Let's go here. I feel like this is not so stupid. Knight d6. Arrows haven't gotten any better recently. And maybe e4. He takes an e5. Huh. Let's go here first then. Maybe I take here. I don't know. So clearly he wants to play e5. gf6, he goes ef6. I don't like that too much. Knight d4 is ridiculous. Let's put d4. Knight f7. Then I'll probably take. Now gf6. Let's go. There's a bishop g3. This is very interesting. Not like too suitable for a Title Tuesday game where kind of want to play a little bit more technically most of the time, but I like this position. At least in practical terms, this feels quite reasonable. Also, I feel like this is somebody I've played before, probably several times in Title Tuesday. Maybe in last week, who knows? Emote only, well, you know, I kind of started the stream very, very late, so it's not a shock that the mods are not quite at work yet. Let's take Queen d5. Queen d2 feels reasonable, unless it loses to e3. e3, Queen e3, Queen g2. Castles looks good for me. Maybe this is a nice trap. Threatening his queen otherwise. And if he takes and I take with the queen, I should have a great position. Yeah. So this was intended as a little trap, but maybe he didn't have a lot of good options. Knight c4 was the move. Yeah, I think Knight c4 was the move. Then I might have been in a little bit of trouble. Okay. So, yeah, this is his best chance, I believe. But I also don't think it's enough. Maybe it's not that clear. As those, Queen d5 back. Knight f3, Knight e5. Ugh, arrows again. Should win, but he does have some counterplay. Knight f5 maybe. And queen back. I got a fork. Yeah, I like this move. Knight f3, queen, maybe knight f3, queen e2, and bishop e5. That was easily winning. That was dumb. I was just thinking of knight e5 and then bishop e6. I thought it's winning, but I didn't see anything super clear, so I decided to go for the flashier alternative, which is kind of best case and necessary. Worst case, it's jeopardized my win here. It's an interesting line here. Like here, knight d6, king f8, Then f7, but then there's queen a3, intermediate move. I don't quite see it there. Like, I don't feel like my position is bad. To actually prove it is not easy. Maybe I just have to make some kind of quiet move. Like c4, preventing the check here. Also, my idea is a rook d8 in the other line. That was absolute nonsense. That rook was protected by the queen. Surprisingly hard for him to find a move. This might be a threat, and then bishop d6, queen d6, and that looks very dangerous. Maybe c4 is just winning. It would be funny. And yeah, I understand the position is hard, but he has to make a move at some point. Okay, this is just pure desperation. I mean, there's never a perpetual here. Queen f6 is made after rook g8, so it's completely over. Also, queen b6, king e4 wins the game with king of the hill. Yeah, and he just runs out of time. Okay, good game. I will be back very shortly. Okay. Apparently my opponent, Papasimakopoulos, is streaming. And you can go check his stream. Don't want to watch this. Don't recommend it though, because this stream is great. Okay, since I played 1h3 in the first game, I might as well continue the theme. 1h6. Some dude came and stole my mini cup. Oh, he fixed the stream overlay. That's a bit sus. We don't like people doing that here. We like it scoffed. That sounded weird. Okay, so the idea here was that knight f3 would have been met by g4. Which is, I was going to say, one of the advantages of going for an early g5, but it's the only one. I'm feeling frisky. Let's go f5. Queen h5, king f8, knight f6 next. No worries. Oh. Just gives me 2 tempi. I mean, I can probably just allow this. Will I be worried if g4, knight e2, you can see here, if e5, there's bishop c6. Bishop c6, e d4, maybe there. I don't mind that. Bishop c6, e d4, okay. Oh. No, what am I doing? I just got confused because he took first. And then I thought, oh, I take with the knight, I don't have to give up a pawn, but I could have just taken with the pawn. So yeah, now I've just given up a bunch of squares. For no reason. Oh well. I am definitely worse. And probably considerably so. He seems to hesitate with castling for some reason. I mean, a5, I'm just hinting at this idea. Because might as well try and play active. Here, 94 maybe. Don't really believe it. The alternative is quite sad though. 94, 94, bishop e4. R3 takes gf. Queen c2, take b2. I don't think I have counterplay there. Yeah, this position is terrible. It's not that bad. At least I have one good piece here, but it feels awfully passive. Kind of just want to give up that pawn. Let's defend it for maybe here. I'm gonna go here, bishop back, and then return with the knight. What kind of a silly move is that? I'm preparing for an e4 because I want to double the rooks, but that only works like in one unlikely scenario. This has not been my finest game. Oh, he is hesitating. Don't know why he hesitated there. Also, why did he go back? He's not threatening this. Maybe he's overthinking. Playing against me. Don't blame it. A lot of people do that. Even though I don't always understand why. Takes, and then I have knight f3. With a discovered attack, which is also the case if he takes here immediately. Next move, I'll probably go back and then try and bring the queen over. At c3, we go back. Yeah. Let's go here. I wouldn't say a rule of thumb because it's not that at all. But I often do that when somebody is trying to force a repetition from a position of strength. I often kind of refuse the repetition because they will probably allow me to make a draw at some other point. And right now he's just moved his pieces back and forth and allowed me a ton of time to improve mine. And because of that, I am now, instead of being considerably worse, I'm considerably better. Not winning yet. But it's looking more promising than it ever has in the game. This. Yeah, it's not clear at all. Let's take with the queen. Bishop c3. Knight f3. Let's make like a general strengthening move. Oh, I didn't see that he could move out. Oh, this is a bit worrisome. Is it bishop f1 at some point? Could be rook d4 and then bishop f1. Well, either it didn't work or I didn't see it. He has certainly not made the most of his chances in this game. But it is far from over still. b5 maybe? Yeah, okay. If he trades the queen, the queen's his position is okay, but I'm probably going to win on time. Okay. That's what I'm hoping at least. Hinting at some knight f3. This has not been a good game. Trying to go here. Oh, that was dumb. Okay, I have to give up I have to give up h6. Check. Bishop comes here. And I finally tricked him. King d4. Yeah. I don't know. Guess I'll checkmate him. Okay, dreadful game. Very... I don't even want to look at that. That was just... Ugh. Sluggish from start to finish. That's the kind of game where it felt like my brain was always kind of half a step behind. For those who don't know, there's a thing called the Chess World Cup going on. Terrible day today for Norway. Both of our boys lost. Johan Sebastian Christiansen to Nair, who as recently as he's not very active as a player these days, but as recently as 2017 he beat Karana in the World Cup. So, you know, it's not bad. And then Aryan lost a chaotic game to Buddy Pranav. My opening was actually fine if I just go BC6 instead of a knight. Sorry, knight D5 instead of knight E5. Then I'm perfectly okay. Let's go A3 then, since I've already done one H3. Luis Ernesto Quesada Perez. One of not that many. He's half of a pair of brothers that are both grandmasters. There aren't that many, I think. So his brother Yasser, and which others are there? There must be a few, but I'm not thinking of them right now. Okay, we kind of ended up in a fairly normal looking English opening. I think I gotta go knight f3 here. Normally you want to play e3 and knight to e2 to keep this diagonal open. Did I miss an opportunity to go for an early b5? I maybe did. Now he's gonna go back to d8. Idiot. Back in the days, I know it was recommended that you want to go rook e1 and preserve this bishop, but it feels a bit yucky having this bishop down here. So I'm going against the old wisdom. My little rebellion. Also here I'm intending an immediate strike in the center. c5. Oh, I do not like the look of that. What about your knight on d8? He still wants to bring it to e6, I suppose. I guess it's fine. Let's go e4. So it's symmetrical, but this space that I have on the queen side I think can be very useful. Oh, I think I should take here, knight h4. I don't know. This feels good for white. Hinting at a6. Not hinting really. Just actually suggesting it quite strongly. Where should I go with the queen? This move is slightly annoying. Queen d2 maybe? I'm not worried about f3. I think I just hide the bishop, and I don't think he has enough resources for the moment to make it count. Or maybe his knight is getting in there quickly. Okay, so now there is definite intent. a6, he wants f3. So I should go h3. h5, I'll go g4. f3 maybe? I feel like he's got to sack something here. Very interesting game. I know I often say that, but I also usually mean it. g6 maybe? Well, that is probably a good move. Here, f3, bishop f3. That doesn't really work. I guess we gotta play a little bit more conservatively then. Maybe putting the queen on d1 was better, giving fewer tactical options. This, f3, f8, rook f8. Very murky. Queen e3, king g2. Probably good for white. a6. Let's go. I mean, I could do knight e4, which was a lot safer, but I felt like going for broke here. Oh, he just does this. I see. I'm just thinking rook is better than bishop. That's as far as my brain could compute there. I hadn't even thought of b6, which is a little bit embarrassing. We'll take. F3, knight e4. Feels like I am semi-consolidating here. It's not going to be easy to win. There aren't a lot of open lines, but my experience is that people don't usually just sit still in these situations. They usually try and do something. I also have yeah. That is actually annoying. I kind of want to run the king all the way over. Do I have to close the position now? That is annoying. Actually, very annoying. Not worried about him winning the exchange back. Maybe I should be. Yeah, I think if I had an advantage, I don't have it anymore. Check. I'm not worried about that. Knight d5. I'm trying to get some knight f4. Queen d2 maybe. Make this rook, and then knight f4. Let's go. I could have tried to win on time, just sitting. But I might as well try and win this way. Okay, interesting move, but I feel like I gotta be happy with the queen trade here. Okay, I have to take immediately, which is a little bit of a shame. As long as I keep it going, I should win on time. Yeah, I don't have a lot of moves. My position is not objectively better at all. Now we can take this pawn. But at least it doesn't worsen my position that much, and it means that we are further away from any 50 moves shenanigans. Oh, forced him to spend a little bit of time. and then he, yeah, something went wrong there. Yeah, this was a bit of a dirty flag. I think his connection also probably wasn't good enough. Poor game, dirty flag. Very interesting game though. But I am not getting any style points in these games. This could be one of those again where where once things start going wrong, they go terribly wrong, and then I am out of contention early on. My little boy did not feel that his mother and I deserved good sleep last night, so that's the way it is. It's going to be a few of those days. Okay. Domchenko. Very good player for sure. A little bit surprised if he is 1, not playing the World Cup, and 2, playing in this event. Oh. I guess for this. That is fine, I guess. I don't know if h6 is a move. That seems reasonable. We end up with a position where one of the main features is this isolated pawn. Let's go a6 as well. The idea is to, if he goes for takes in b4, I drop my bishop back to a7, which seems to be a better square than b6, where it can be harassed by the knight. These positions are usually a bit better for white, but I like playing them as black. I don't love... I think usually people go for... arrows. Terrible. This is very much like the Tarish defense of the Queen's Gambit. Except that there's a pawn on c2 instead of e2. Usually that's favorable to black, since the pawn on e2 kind of defends the queen's side, the king's side a little bit better. And while I have really given up this square, I do have some squares myself, like queen d2, I can start going knight e5, knight c4 maybe. So it's a bishop d7 sometimes, which is an idea that you have from the Tarish defense. Okay, knight a4. Now I think I should definitely go here. Why should I go there? It's a dumb move. Maybe I can go bishop d6. My instincts are not good today. I feel like every move I'm making instinctively is just bad. Queen c8, takes, bishop h3. Where do we get the square on g4? Should be fine. Unless he has some tactics, but I don't quite see it. Like sometimes in the tower you just, put the bishop here. Let white take the pawn. Because h3 is hanging. You go bishop g4 first, force h3, then you go back. Maybe I mentioned that earlier. I don't even remember. F4 is interesting. Queen d7 feels like a normal response. You don't defend against threats, you know? You just create threats of your own. And then we go back. Asking, I was going to say the Russian Grandmaster to move his bishop, but he is representing Slovenia now. And he did very well in the Olympiad last year, when Slovenia were, I think they were in third before the last round. Let's go here. Centralization and maybe hinting at exchange sacrifices at some point. Queen f3. That is puzzling. He's really inviting the knight to go back. I will take your invitation, sir. Queen h1. See, this does not feel right. Knight d3. There should be something here. Maybe I'll start with bishop c5. Maybe that just invites trades on the other hand. Damn it. There, bishop f4, bc4, and then knight c4. That seems to work for me. Oh, it doesn't. No, I don't think it does. Oh, knight c6. I 100% missed that. This luckily seems to be playable still. I'm definitely not in the driver's seat after this little blunder. Yeah. He's good at this kind of positional play, improving his pieces. Here, BC, bishop e6 maybe. Here, maybe fe6, and I'm winning this. a3 is hanging. Maybe I have a little something something. Yeah, I think I am. I think I am a bit better. It's a good thing about Blitz. It exposes you for making these evaluations that you constantly change. So commentary is naturally going to be a bit of a stream of conscience. And then, because you will change your mind very quickly, it makes you sound a bit silly sometimes. Okay, let's take. And queen a4. And I am both somewhat better. And there's a very serious chance that another opponent is going to be taken straight to Flagtown. King d5. Uh-oh, that was my trap. Now he loses on the board. Actually, maybe he doesn't. King d5, and then king e4. Now I think he loses for sure. Okay, let's take the pawn. Maybe he could have gotten the king to f5. But then he was not 100% clear. Now I think it is completely clear. Yeah, just push the pawn. There's nothing he can do. That's the thing I love about Title Tuesday. Poor time management actually gets punished now. To a much larger degree than it did before. So it's just more demanding. Yes, he did play a good game, but he wasn't fast enough. And then normally in chess you can rely on, you can play all right, and you can play just well enough to hold the position. I'm not saying he's certainly going to have held the position regardless, but it just makes it a little bit more difficult because he doesn't have the same safety net. So here I have a good position. That was a bit of a dumb move. Here b5 was bad because of knight c6. And as I said, I didn't feel like I was better at all. Oh, rook g5. And now, as I said, well, I said that I felt like I had the upper hand, but yeah, that was the decisive mistake. Spending a whole 38 seconds on this move. No good. That is not good enough. And now, let me just see if this is winning. Takes, king d5. how exactly does it win? King e4. And you see, it's a narrow path. Because if I go here, I have to go back. So with this evaluation, I'm assuming h4 is probably a draw. Let's see, king g6. So this is the path. I go to h7, which is a little bit counterintuitive, bringing the king away from the center. But the point is, I want to block this square. Rook goes over here. Boom! You start running. King f5, and you run again. Only move to win. Rook a6, h2, rook a1, and specifically bishop f2. This is almost steady-like. The rook is caught in the trap, and it can walk out. So, there we go. That brings us to 4 out of 4. So, as I mentioned, the World Cup means that we have a little bit of a slimmer field today, which is, you know, always slightly unfortunate, but there are plenty of very strong players. Hikaru has 3.5 out of 4, Fabiano has 3 out of 4, Jospem, I like it, I like the style, made a draw in the World Cup today, and is now playing Title Tuesday as well. Gotta love the... let me see if we have more World Cup players here. We got Penguin, who's streaming from the Dave Cave today. Next door. Mods, can we get a shout out to Penguin? Maybe not. But the point is, we got plenty of people that I can both beat, but also certainly lose to on a good day and a bad day. No, I'm not playing a World Cup. It's a very interesting tournament. But I remember Alireza, the reason he gave for not playing the World Cup is that he doesn't want to play a whole month. He doesn't want to play chess every day for a whole month. And certainly in the situation that I am in right now, I'm not going to do that. There you go. Like, imagine the things I would miss if I played the World Cup. Like, the excitement of... You didn't want to go there. Wow, good one. Is that a common Indian joke? Or is that a no-go zone? You like to play tournaments in India? Yes, certainly. The passion, the excitement there, second to none. I'd missed the Madrid game today. Well, I got a difficult choice later on. I got very exciting game, Liverpool and Real Madrid, and we got our Norwegian boys, Bodø Glimt, playing against Monaco as well. They're a very good team, but they've got a ton of players out, so us Norwegians, we feel like they might have a chance. What are his speeches, championship, quarterfinals? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out at the moment. If it's up to me, I'd probably... I'd probably want to try and play this week. Faustino did not win his game today, but He made a very comfortable draw against it with black, so that was impressive. So it's kind of funny that I was sort of forced to play in the Norwegian league last well, Friday last week. I generally enjoy playing in the league, but I probably wouldn't have played coming back from the United States early in the morning on the same day if we hadn't really needed players. But I saw that Croatian Grandmaster Ante Berkic was top on the list for the team that I was playing, and so I was thinking, well, maybe I'll play him. So I was kind of mentally prepared to play him, but I didn't realize that he was playing the World Cup. So when I saw him play against Faustino in the first round, I felt a little bit silly for having thought that. It just shows that I'm a little bit out of touch. Asios didn't force. Asios is. He is not influenced. It was famous Norwegian FIDE-master Johannes Quisla who persuaded me to play. Asios is actually in the studio show today. We take. Taking the rare step from the studio to from kind of grinding on the coding to into the studio. So we have Jules Moussard, who's actually streaming today. It was a bit of a surprise. Doesn't usually do that. I don't know, Jules is sometimes the second of Maxime Vacher-Lagrave. So maybe he's playing this from India. As I didn't know that he was streaming. I decided to go with the flow here. Naturally, I'm going G3 since I started H3 and then went to A3. I gotta go G3 and then probably B3 next. I don't get B6. I feel like he's playing this a little bit too slowly. He has to intend to go G5 at some point, I guess. That's why I'm preparing. I'm taking control of the B4 square in case he takes, and then I'm also preparing B4. I feel like if he castles H4, well, I should have a great position. I don't see his immediate counterplay on the queen side, and my king side plays very standard, not inventive at all, but it's usually quite strong. Let's go bishop f4. Could have gone for bishop knight g5 immediately, but I'm asking him to make a move. I'm not even sure he has a lot of moves here. To me, this just looks like an improved version of the King's Indian attack. So knight d2. There is c_d takes bishop d3. That must be his idea. I don't see the threat for the moment. So now that I've developed one more piece, let's go for more kind of a direct attack. I think h6 I will go knight h3, but then I think I've provoked a very useful weakness. And yeah, bishop c4 maybe. It's funny that Penguin is next door because I have played so many games in the King's, so he has to go here. That has to be his point. And then by bringing the bishop back to the defense on the king side, like he has at least a somewhat playable position. But I don't think I could have. I didn't have an obvious way of not allowing that. He did have c4, but I wasn't overly worried. Let's go knight e3. G5 I can take, and then I could have brought the I'm again losing my train of thought. So I can either go bishop d3 immediately. I kind of like going here and then knight f4. So many choices. Let's go. No, I kind of want to go here first. Then I'll maybe take with the knight on d3 and preserve the queen for... So now I actually need to trade this bishop in order to more effectively attack on the king side. So at the moment, this bishop is by far his best minor piece, exerting quite a bit of influence. Here, I could have gone for bishop a6, forcing the rook back, so this is by far the most natural choice. Now this is a big threat. He doesn't really have any convenient way. He would like to go here and then bring the knight over, but he doesn't really have time for that. I'm getting here quickly with the knight and also king f8. Oh boy, this does not look good. Knight h5 is practically unstoppable threat now. So this is kind of desperation mode for him. g6, bishop here. Knight g7. I mean, I could go knight e6, but no need for any tactics whatsoever. f7 falls, and the game is as good as over. Always love it when you can execute an attack without any tactics. Just good positional play. Compared to the nonsense that I've had in the first few rounds. Actually, I'm playing better the better opponents I get. Because Jules is a good player. He's been 2700. Yeah. Yeah, so this... Yeah, knight c4 is way too soft. b5, he was actually fine. I don't mind that too much. Maybe this is a slight misjudgment, but... Bishop e3. Here. I'm surprised the engine doesn't... I think the engine valuation is going to go up a bit. Here, yeah, the knight f4 is winning. But here as well. I was thinking this, but maybe he goes back. g4, I mean, it just... Okay, now I allow this. Knight f4, it's brutal. Here I take, otherwise... Game over. Yeah, his pieces are just poorly placed. So these attacks often play themselves a little bit. You can give up the c-file. There's nothing there to attack. Nothing of significance, at least. Hello, Carlsen. Do you miss me? Yes, I miss you a lot. And I'm going to come home as soon as possible. What are we having for dinner today? Ugh. Okay, guess not. Don't give me that attitude. Do not give me that attitude. Sputter is streaming. Does that mean that Hikaru is not streaming? Funnily, that did rhyme. Magnus, have you met Erling in person? Yeah, he seems like a great guy. I have met him in person, but I do not have much of an impression. But I did watch his recent YouTube video, and I'm a fan like everybody else. He doesn't even remember your wedding day. Harsh. Bishop f6, knight e2, queen e2. Game on. But Apparently, Horland is playing golf these days, which, you know, you gotta love that. Car history, yeah, I would think so. Just doesn't show up on chess.com. Has he done something wrong that has made him get deplatformed from chess.com? Oh, the Thai food. Yeah, that's true. And the sashimi. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, Magnus, have you watched this TV series Dexter? I'm just genuinely very curious to see where you're going with this. That's why I'm answering the question. But yes, I have. Please continue. Sinner or Alcaraz? Yeah, I'm a Djokovic guy. I don't watch it that much. Oh, he streams on Kick. Ugh, yeah, it's true. Kick and Leech S. I don't like either of them. Shouldn't be mentioned. Okay. It's round 5 out of 5. Interestingly, only along with Juspem, who, as I said, is busy in the World Cup. Magnus' next big tournament is against me tonight on chess.com. No, I actually tried and challenged Ella earlier today, and it says like you cannot challenge this. You've challenged this person too many times, so apparently I'm harassing her. It's a bit sad. Something's wrong with Proctor. I've heard a minute. I don't know. I don't know if that's true. Don't be hating on the Proctor. That's just rude. Okay. So, as predicted, Jospam on, may I say, a slightly dodgy connection from India is my next opponent. So, I mentioned B3 next, so I'm going to have to go for B6. It's generally not recommended. It's not a great first move. But it is not entirely unplayable. Let's see. This just feels really dodgy. I have done this against somebody. Probably not against him. This is just challenging everything we know about openings. Like if this works, everything works. On the other hand, if I am able to develop, let's say this or knight f6 and so on, I will have a very harmonious position. And I will probably even be better. So I'm developing the knight first, seeing where to go with the knight depending on how he chooses to attack the position. For instance, if he makes a move like queen e2, probably have to go knight e7 because knight f6 would run into e5. Exactly the same with rook e1. I'm going to go knight e7, which is not completely ideal, but shouldn't be half bad. f5, I think I went knight c6. He is playing it pretty slowly, and then my position should be perfectly fine. Knight c6. I've completed development, and my position looks very playable. Knight e2. I did not predict that. Knight g3. a5 and a4. Maybe just blunders a pawn. This is ever so slightly annoying. Is this too much? Let's try. I just feel like doing something. I'm not in the sitting around mode today. Which is not a great sign. Being able to play patiently is very important. I think I should take with this pawn. Like, I don't love the fact that my light squares feel a bit soft. Let's go here. Attack this pawn. And reminding him of the fact that he did just give me the bishop pair. And activating the bishop that has no opponent seems like a logical decision. And now, king g7. And just telling him that all of the attacks you think you may have over here, I don't believe him. I don't believe him for a second. f6, I'll take it. Don't believe you. Knight e2 is a shameful retreat. Which people don't like shameful retreats. But it also leaves a semi-good pawn hanging in the center. Oh well. I did not see that coming. Let's go here then. I like my position, but I am really not predicting his moves. Bishop e3, I don't love that. I guess I kind of have to. No. I don't think he should have done that. Okay, I gotta play a bit more. Oh, I think he should have taken on... He really should have taken on e5 first. That was what I expected. Now, am I not just much better? Here, I got, I think, a very nice in-between move. There's got to be some h3 stuff as well. Just throwing everything at him. I'll take it. And h3. This has got to be good. So I didn't completely see that, I gotta admit, but it certainly doesn't work. That's what we can establish. First of all, like I have this and then this. But let me try and find something even more convincing. Yeah, I don't know. Why? Why try and be even more convincing when you have something this good? When you got a good thing going. G5, no. Let's keep it simple. Protect the square. Here, queen G5. Like, I'm sure this doesn't work. Oh, queen G4. Maybe I shouldn't be that sure. I'm getting short on time. I'm winning, but I'm not doing this super convincingly. Here, king f6, fg, King e6. But he's still got g7 there. Yeah, this has become a complete mess. Yeah, I am... This was anything but convincing. I'm not even sure I'm winning anymore. Actually, I kind of feel like I am not winning. Question is, can I even make a draw? Queen h4. Oh boy, this is very dangerous. Rook f8. It shouldn't be losing, but I don't see like a very clear draw at the moment. Now this move, I mean, first of all, he allows checks, which means that I cannot lose. Rook f... Rook e8 and... I can go queen e2. No. Yeah, I don't see it. Okay, whatever. I think king g1, I don't see. Maybe there's knight g4. But it's so risky at this point. It's a wild risk to take. Oh, he's playing for a win. But why? I don't think he can ever be winning here. No. Maybe it's just a draw. Is he gonna try and flag me somehow? Oh. He still goes back. I have too much time here. I don't think he can try and win. Oh wow, he does. That's wild. Oh, I cannot take. Okay. No, I don't have d2. I have d2 next. Oh, no, knight f3. He's got to try something dirty. No, I have too much time. His connection is too bad. Yeah, his connection is just too bad. Oh boy. Connection gambit, time gambit, everything all at once. But we win. Another unconvincing game, but it gets us to 6 out of 6. And we love it. Let me see when I messed up. Oh, the next game is going to start any minute, isn't it? Or any second, rather. And I'm almost certainly playing Hikaru. The colors fit, and okay, we got 1b3. Okay, against Hikaru, first board. Big event coming up. C4. Let's see. So this is what people play, like here, bishop c5, knight f5, and there's a big theoretical line there, which I don't remember at all. I think d5 takes. I don't remember. I don't think castles is great. I think he should go for d5 immediately. But I am not. I prepared 1b3 for the World Rapid and Blitz back in 2022. And then I was into more of the details in these lines, but now, not so much. It's no good, I guess. Let's go back. What's his idea? Oh, this is his idea. This kind of looks like something that I've looked at. Queen b1? The thing is, I feel like this is the kind of position where Hikaru is usually happy playing with from the white side. He loves the knights, good pawn structure, so on. I don't think he likes it that much from the other side. Here, there's knight a4, knight f5, knight d5, sorry. Knight f4, what am I talking about? Knight a4. Yeah, I think I should do this. Here, maybe a3. Should I force f5? Let's go a3 first. I mean, this is slightly better, if anything, but I think it is slightly better. Knight f4 annoying there? No, rook c3, don't I? Wait a second, rook c4, I kind of want to force f5 there. So you have... There's... No, let's... Yeah, I don't see it after this. Okay, so he decides just to not rock the boat there, but now I should be better. b4. Oh, why? That is just an outright terrible, terrible, terrible blunder. Oh my god. What a way to just ruin the game in one move. It's what is this? How do you miss that? That is one childish blunder. I've made terrible mistakes in other games and gotten away with it, but I don't think I'm getting away with this one. Like, that is just... Like, it's not only that I miss his threat, but I also give him an extra pawn while I'm at it. And, like, I lose, like, ton of material. It's not even that I lose a pawn. I just lose an exchange as well. Like, that is a lot of material to blunder with one move. Maybe he's got rook a8. I didn't even see it. Yes, this. I could have gone knight e4 and then... problem is I'm tilting, which is... There's no reason for tilting. Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Just absolutely gifting him a game. Check. There's just nothing. Like, just a complete gift of a game. Rook takes f3, rook a8 is mate next. No, this is even better. Oh, actually, I don't think it is, but... Rook a6, game over. That's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Because I was focused on him attacking this pawn. Like, this has to be... Engine actually doesn't think I'm better. Which is surprising to me. Feels like to me, like... Imagine if this doesn't lose the game on the spot. Like this, which is what I thought he would do. Wanted to go d3. Knight b6, for instance. I have bishop d4. Protecting the square. And then... But I'm surprised. I'm surprised that the engine doesn't think that I'm better. I just completely fall asleep. Like, h4 is good. It's good positionally. But, I mean, how? This is tilting. Just absolutely gifting him the tournament. Maybe. We'll see. I have gotten lucky to get this far, so I shouldn't complain that much about the score. But just to give away basically a position like that's equal but felt more comfortable to me, for me. Maybe it's just hard to protect everything here. So I've actually messed up already a little bit. Like, the kind of setup that I would want is, yeah, just protect my pawns, and then I have more mobile majority on the king side or in the center than he does on the queen side, or actually the king side. What am I talking about? Oh yeah. Okay. Very annoying. Just nice to know you're also human. Have you seen my other games? They're incredibly human. They're bad, but like, one thing is to make bad moves, but this is something that would be very, very shameful to miss in a bullet game. Like, alarm bells should be ringing. Instead, I'm just yapping and allowing something incredibly simple. Oh well, let's reset. Play a few more games of chess. Oh, Penguin's on 6 out of 7. I might play him next then. I should have a good tiebreak. I can already see several people that I've played with 5 out of 6. Moussard and Papasimakopoulos. And just from 6 out of 7. The car is like an engine that... I'm not going to take the bait. Ugh. Ugh. Don't make excuses for me. What are you guys doing? That's a terrible mistake. So happy with my play on the last day of clutch chess. Yes, I was very happy. It was really good. I don't think there's an untitled player here. It was an inexcusable blunder. It's just terrible. That I mean, that to me is like blundering in mating one. That's how bad it is. It is such a bad mistake. Like, alarm bells should be running 100%. Okay, we got Penguin. Very exciting. It's just next door. What am I up to? Am I up to C6? Let's go C6. Why not? Just confuse him a bit. And, you know, disrupt his usual London setups. Just a little bit. He's not the kind of guy who likes to give a pawn slot, so I had a feeling he wasn't going to sack that pawn. And now B3 is ever so slightly inconvenient. Ugh, terrible arrows. Eh, it's not worth. But bishop E2 already runs into knight D5, so he's got to take a little bit of care. Here, I might have a check. Trade some queens, see what happens. There was a time, I think, when Hikaru used to say that. Gonna trade some bishops, and so on. Trade some knights, trade some bishops. I think I know where he got it from. See if the sleuths in chat can figure out this little riddle. Yeah, C3. It's probably called for. So knight C6. Knight C4. Maybe we'll even be a little bit provocative and drop. Nobody knows what queen C7 means, but it is provocative. What? Is he insane? Is this a mouse slip? Or does he just miss bishop C3? I feel like I've dropped the only options that are out here. They're out there. What is he saying now? I'm wondering. Well, that is a gift and a half. We'll take it. I think the last time I was here, I received a similar kind of gift. From, who was it? Germanovs? B5, E4 seems unnecessary. Here. Speaking of unnecessary, this is highly unnecessary, but I kind of like it. Taking the knight on a little bit of an excursion. Now I got B5. We get to have a little bit of fun. Really provoking him to play knight d6, but there's no way that works. Here. It's a little bit better than I thought. Maybe I shouldn't have provoked him to do that. I should still be comfortably winning. But that was a bit impulsive. I am impulsive. Not always the best player. Even though he is an I am. Knight A2 seems like a very convincing convincing way to go. Yeah. We'll take this gift. 100%. Gets us right back into the old mix. Oh, Lazavik got 6.5. I think if Hikaru beats him, that's going to go a long way to sort of clinch the tournament for him, because probably the most dangerous player that he's got left. Here, bishop b4. It's a big check. King d1, bishop e6, or king e2. Take the pawn. Resignation is not the only move, but it is the best move. b5, there's knight d4, or knight d2. Now there's bishop c3, b4. And here, push the pawn. And this is the kind of position that Ella might have won against me. Is that rude? With reverse colors, that is. I think that's a bit rude. As move b3 really doesn't mesh well with the rest of his play. As you can see, Jin kind of already says that black is slightly for choice. Yeah, this, I don't know what that was. Because like it's DC5 would be a weird mouse slip, because that's also not a natural move at all. Maybe he just clicked on the pawn and accidentally clicked on the wrong square. Okay, let's have a look at this game. I think Lazavik is getting his ass handed to him. This one. Mouse slip, brain slip. I don't know. This looks like a very clean game. But tutorial on how to play against the London system now. I wouldn't necessarily say so. This is a big threat. Well, I was very tired when I came in here. No, I'm not so tired. Guess what happened? He's being a good guest. Yeah, he is. Yeah. No best scores tonight. Kos deg med Champions League litt senere, Magnus. Lykke til. Thank you very much. Card is still thinking, by the way. Should be many ways to win. 95, bishop g7. Maybe it's not that clean. What? That is wild. Bishop g7? And then bishop g7. Yeah, queen h5 was not a good move. This is a total case of completely overthinking it for Hikaru. Now he's got to go like knight h6 and then queen e2 back. Try and scramble from there. Oh, I think he should have gone king f8. Oh wow, big move. Knight f2? GH? This is wild. King f2, rook f7. Black is objectively probably winning now. You have to see rook f7. Come on. He doesn't see the move. Oh, no, there's this. No, king h8 was terrible. King f8 was winning. Wasn't that winning, actually. I just saw this. Apparently this is okay. Where was the win of g6? There's nothing that clear, actually. b5 first. Wow. Yeah, there actually wasn't anything. Here, g7 is good. Knight h6. Yeah, king h8 is just yucky move. Just feels wrong. Rook a2 is a great find. Eg2. Yeah, I am sorry. Oh, this is mate as well. This would have been very cute. Okay. I think I may have gifted... Yeah, rook f7. I don't see everything. Yeah, I miss mate in one when I play and when I don't play. All the time. So Hikaru is probably playing Andreikin next, unless they have played. And I'm getting paired down to somebody. Probably Lazavik. Oh well. We are, like, 7 out of 8 is a good position to be in. Probably more than I deserve. Come on. I just gave away one game. More puzzles, huh? Yeah. Maybe I should do my first puzzle on chess.com. I don't like puzzles. They annoy me. I like playing. Okay, be right back. Okay. Well. I have a good tiebreak, so if I can win the rest, and Hikaru just makes one draw, then I see like a lot of really nerdy comments in chat. What do you guys do? You just go crazy when I'm not here. I just go to the bathroom for a few seconds. You just like devolve into just not even degeneracy, like the opposite of degeneracy. Have I ever visited Argentina? No, but it's on the bucket list. That's for sure. Who am I kidding? I don't have a bucket list. Chat reflects the streamer. Well, yeah, sadly. Chess chat is the worst? No, I don't think so. It can be good, but it's usually bad. I do expect nerdy. I do. Sometimes it's nerdy interesting. Arguably chess at Battlefield 6. Yeah, I don't even know what either of those are. I had Lazavik with black again. That is a dreadful pairing. What am I up to now? I think I'm up to d6. So let's play d6. And then I'll play... What do people do here? g6. g7. Oh well. Shocker. What a shocker that Lazavik trades the queens. If I have time for this kind of development, then I should be fine. Sometimes I don't. I feel like what he's doing here was a bit slow. F6 and then bishop e6. Like usually you have to approach these positions kind of fast as white, since you have to play kind of fast, because long term black is very much okay, positionally speaking. So like my king is over here, so you normally try and go and attack that. Since I cannot castle, but in more of a slow middle game, then my king is in a good spot. So this does not really feel energetic enough to me. Maybe it's fine. Those are good ideas for playing f5 and then e4 here. How do I always miss the arrow? Maybe I should adjust. That's what you do. You adjust your aim so that the arrow doesn't miss. 95 is maybe a threat. It's a bit annoying. Is a5 a move? How am I feeling about allowing? Maybe I'll go f5. Knight d5, king d8. Should be fine. And b5. He really is playing like a little bit for tricks, but that is what I was encouraging him to do. So I should not. Definitely not blame him for that. Knight b6. Maybe I have to do that now. I don't love it. This feels a bit yucky. No, knight d5. I think I take everything, and while he has compensation, I don't think he's better. This is natural. I think this works out tactically for me. At least in the sense that I'm not losing immediately. Again, positionally, I'm doing well. Right. This is actually a take and then king d7. Like, it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe to the extent that I don't believe it. Otherwise, it's probably Oh, he's got this. Ugh. No. So he did have a tactic after all. That is wildly annoying. That is really upsetting. I'm sort of fine still. Positionally, I'm doing alright. Knight is coming here, but this means that we have a situation where he can not really ever get in trouble. I'll take the pawn. Yeah. Here, he doesn't have any tactics, right? King e5. I mean, I don't have to allow it. No, I don't see it. I don't think he has anything here. And e3, rook d8. I think rook d8 regardless. Hoping to get at e3, knight b4. I have very, very, very slight initiative, maybe. Yeah, not really. Not really. It's actually slightly annoying. Make a move. Okay, I think he should have traded queen. He should have traded rooks first. I feel like this was a bit of an improvement for me. I mean, position is just big bunch of nothing regardless, but oh, maybe that's a good move. Okay. Hinting at f4 also takes, and yeah, he nips that idea in the bud. Annoyingly. Trying to get the rook here. That's a good move. It's a very good move. If ideas are going here, maybe. Okay, a6. Oh, no, I didn't see that. Okay, I still got counterplay. It's fine. I'm still okay. Check, no. Where can I go with my bishop? Probably nowhere. No, what's that? That is an awful square. Oh, he has rook f1. And I just gave away the game. Completely gave away the game. Rook f4. It's dead lost. It's absolutely friendly fire as well. That's the worst part. Oh, that's not a legal move. That's the problem. I thought I was misclicking. No, then I just allow his king over there. Annoying. Annoying! Ah! Two such unbelievably unnecessary losses. I'm trying to win a drawn position. Like, he played well. He played really well. I didn't have any chances the whole game. But I should never, ever have lost it. Here, I'm like going up with the king, trying to create chance. What chances? How are there ever chances? Then, yeah, this move is wild. I'm just thinking I'm forcing a draw, but even rook a1 wins. This is so dumb. Okay, we are officially out of it. That was a good game by him, a bad game, a deserved loss, a bad pairing. I've given away 2 games. I've gotten some gifts in others, but I have completely given away 2 games, and you cannot not afford that at this level. And expect anything good to happen. This is an old d5 is what people do there usually. This line is not considered to be any good. I know that Gary played like this in the past, so should not disrespect it too much. Maybe king b1 is too slow. Now I'm just really annoyed. What a dreadful way to lose a second game. Losing one game in an unnecessary way was bad enough, but after all the gifts that I got early in this tournament, I have completely gifted away the tournament. Oh, and Hikaru lost as well. Oh, wow. So Jospim is winning the tournament now. Well, looks like he will be rewarded for bravery in the game against me, where he could have made a draw by repetition at some point, but he decided not completely unjustifiably to play for a win, and almost got his reward. Okay, this should be really good for me. I mean, he is advancing over here, but my attack has got to be faster. I mean, it's just prosaic, but I don't see it from. Rook d2, a4. Maybe I should just not waste any time. Just attack. I don't believe in this at all. Here. Don't see any tactics. HG. I can just go here immediately. Consolidate the position. It's completely winning. As I went away from my whole moving the pawns 1 square and just play e4. Just it's a sign that I'm tilted. So I forgot what my intention was to do. This is just dead lost position. If I lose this one, then I'm not showing up for the last round. This should win. quite unnecessary, but bishop e6 is possible. But I mean, it's nothing to calculate. Rook h1 plus, and he has zero counterplay. Ugh. And Hikaru lost. I mean, Hikaru lost the last game, which. Oh. Did he? What happened in this? Oh, the pawn is moving this way, which means that the position is lost. Yeah. So he lost the last game, which means that I would have been in decent position to win the tournament still. With a draw. Oh well. Win the last game and we get our usual decent result. Salt being the operative word here. And like 4th, 5th, whatever place. Interestingly, Hikaru is consistently playing the Kolle today. What's the idea? Queen c7. A, B. Here. That has to be calculated. Knight g7, bishop g7, take everything, rook d7, wins. Maybe this? This is the idea. Queen. Oh, he goes immediately, but now. What is he doing? Wasn't queen? Oh, maybe this works too. Bishop c8. Moussard is resourceful. It's his best quality as a chess player. He's a guy who's never known a lot of theory, which has forced him to become very resourceful because he gets a lot of bad positions. And so he finds these little snaking ideas in difficult positions. He finds them quite naturally. I am blind as a bat. I was thinking rook a1 and this, what are you doing? But it's just hanging several ways. Like that's a clear sign that I'm not quite feeling it. Yeah, that is a bit of an admission of failure. No. You trade. Bishop b5, bishop d5. Oh, maybe there's queen of 3, queen c4. That looks wrong. Yeah, bishop d5. Game goes on. Maybe black is not even worse. What happened in the other game? So I gotta hope that Andreikin beats Jospim and that I get paired against Andreikin, then I win and Lazavik does not win. There's a lot of things. You say that, I think, in the NBA, like teams have magic numbers to clinch first seeds, playoffs, and so on, which is like a number of events that have to happen before you get there. And in this case, the magic number is about 15 for me to win this tournament. But we're not completely out of it. Let's check back with Hikaru. Well, it does not look like he's winning this game. So, yeah, c2. Oh, no, c2, there's... Hikaru is also resourceful. Should be mentioned. Bishop e2, and there was no bishop here. But he should still be able to win that. Okay, so Moussard has to play for a win. Oh, there was bishop. Oh, that was a big miss by Moussard there in terms of the position. But Hikaru really has to kind of scramble to not lose on time. He's making moves incredibly quickly, though. I don't think he's going to lose this. Moussard is definitely... Oh! Turned out to be a good enough pre-move. That game is drawn, so that means that... Oh, but Jospin won. And he's playing Lazavik in the last round, so I am out of it. I am officially out of it. And Hikaru is caught up with me in tiebreak as well. What's up with that? I guess I am playing Andreikin since he's the only one in that points group that I haven't played. Unless Lazavik, but Lazavik made an early draw, so he cannot have played Jospin at any point. So they are going to play. They are going to play, and one of them is going to win the tournament. Yeah, I get Andreikin as black. Just not, again, an ideal pairing, but it is what it is. Age 4. Well, you really do reap what you sow, don't you? D5. Oh, he goes H5. You're supposed to follow it up with a move in the center, boy. This is not correct. Now I am just pissed with the audacity of using my own tricks against me. Is this fun? Could be. But this also looks very good. We are serious chess players. We're not trying to have fun. Who wants to have fun? Girls, but we are not girls. This is a problem with scoring points early on. It leads to frustration, eventual frustration, when you're not able to follow it up the way you dreamed of. Just went to BBC, big black center. And I am willing to compromise to get the BBC. Hinting at this sometimes. Rook b8. Look at this. Knight h4. Knight a4. h4 on the first move, followed by h5. This is what people think they can get away with playing against me. The jury's still out. He might very well be able to get away with it. This is unnecessary. This goes from a position where I hold all the trumps to, if I sack the exchange, one which is quite unclear, but I don't care. At this point, I don't give a damn. I'm getting this as well. Just getting everything. So it's also quite tempting. Let's play it simple. Queen d2 to attack this bishop. I got 94. Maybe knight f5 is possible. Takes, rook b8. It has to be bad. There's rook h3 there. Defending laterally. Is this possible? I completely missed that possibility. I guess it is possible. Take. Got this. Yeah, was not planned. This is also possible. Then we're like into better endgame territory. Let's see if we can win a better endgame. I mean, much better in the game. Rook f1, hinting at some unpleasantness. f3, also hinting at unpleasantness. Did I just trap my own rook? No, I always got but then knight d1. Oh boy. It's the exact kind of chess that Andreikin thrives in as well. He loves chaos. That's how he wins games against me. And he's beaten me many times in these events. Rook c7. Seems reasonable. Rook d1. No, I'm officially not really better anymore. Does this work? Why not? Why not? I'll try it. Probably doesn't, but I don't see why at the moment. It is rook c2, rook e4, and then this is a threat. Just to this point, the only tactic I've actually seen in the game so far. Wouldn't say I'm proud, but it is my proudest moment in the game so far. And he also made a key blunder by spending all of his time trying to refute it. I also got rook c8. No, that doesn't work. Now I got rook c8. This should be a winning position. I'm winning another pawn, and maybe I'm not. We push it. I mean, has to be dead lost here. 95. We can go rook g5, can't we? With this pawn. Maybe Jospim has not played Hikaru. No, but he hasn't played Lazavik, so they have to play. So I am pretty sure I'm out of it. Yeah, many ways to win. Seems reasonable. Just create some good old passers. This one runs too. Knight g6, a2. And we are officially getting into Resign's territory. Push. Rook f2. We push again. And again. And we go take his knight. And that is the game. Okay. What has happened? Let's see who wins the tournament. Hikaru is struggling to win. Lazavik is winning the tournament. Is that his first win in new Tuesday format? I don't know, but he gets there. Let's see, Hikaru, can he has to try and win. Oh, Shimonov tries to win. Oh, 94 and a2. Oh, there's knight c2. Wow. Oh, wow. Bishop g6. I think we might see a draw still. Let's see. Yeah, Shimonov is too slow here. Hikaru is really fast. But this is wild. Why is Jospim not on this? Oh, he is on the list. All of a sudden he was not on one list, but he's on the other, so I assume everything's fine. Well, I have had a much better tiebreak than Jospim before the second, so I assume. Why is Jospim not on the list? It says here that Hikaru is third. Let me just, before we go, let me just check my last game. Let me just check for fun to see. Yeah, of course here I am much better. That was not a shock. 94. And then rook e4. That is an embarrassing miss, but not my only miss. Oh, c3 was okay. Rook e4. So this is much better. I didn't see this pawn. Yeah, but I also was worried about knight e2. Knight c3. I mean, knight g. Computer just doesn't care. A g5 later on. Just winning. Rook d5. That was not seen. e4. And knight c2 works. Okay, it's maybe not as good as I thought. This is actually much better for black. So that was a nice fight. Nice way to finish the tournament as well. It was shocking how lost white actually is here. I mean, it's not that shocking, but -3 from a position that's almost materially equal. That is a bit surprising. But these pieces are just discombobulated. Jospim is 4th? No, but he had 9 points. How can he be... He lost the last game. So how can he be 4th? Because Hikaru had 8.5. That is weird. Oh well. Again, as I said, 9 points, decent play, decent result. Dreadful games. 2nd place. Ugh. See you next week, most probably. Hope I'll be in a better shape and mood then. But for now, frustrating that I did not win the tournament since I had every single chance to do that. Deserved that I didn't. It's just, you cannot give away 2 games at this level and expect to win the tournament, but that's how it is. Okay, we're mods, raid somebody, probably take Penguin. Maybe Penguin is doing challenges later on. Oh well, bye, good night, all of that stuff.